So earlier, John, you were arguing the flat Earth topic with Destiny. Do you actually believe the Earth's flat? Be honest.
Yeah, I swear to God.
You actually believe the Earth's flat? No memes.
I would bet my whole life, everything I have on it. Yeah.
Really? Mm-hmm. Do you know who Eddie Bravo is?
Yeah.
Are you a fan?
Big fan. Yeah.
Got it. Okay. That's all I wanted to know. I don't have anything else to say.
No. What's his name, Trey?
Who?
With the green screen, I can't see the name.
I'm Devin. Hi. Yeah.
Devin. I don't know if you want to debate me here. Do you?
Oh no. I just want to know if you're a fan of Eddie Bravo. I just didn't have anything else to say.
Okay,
that's all I want to know. Yeah.
Devin, if you think you can win this debate, you should watch what happened with Destiny first.
Did you win against Destiny?
You should watch it.
How do I watch it? Is it on YouTube?
It's on the
Raj.
Okay, yeah, link it in the Discord. I'll watch it for sure.
Yeah. So you actually believe the Earth's flat, John? So when you say flat, are you saying like we're floating in space and it's just a flat piece of paper?
No, it would be a closed system, so it's not. It would be a flat, motionless plane, like Einstein said, an observable, motionless plane. Instead of outer space, the constellation's inside like a snow globe, you know. So we're not flying through space. Like we don't believe in computer-generated Mars and Pluto. Like you believe in Pluto, right, Trey?
He believes in like have you ever heard of like the firmament? Are you talking about that shit?
Yeah, I'll post like Train. If you open up these pictures, just show your
Put
chat.
it on Twitter. Put it on Twitter. On Twitter, please.
Well, how?
Okay, it's fine. Yeah.
Tweet them.
No, like DM me on Twitter.
Oh, that'll take so long.
Okay, it's fine. You just put it in Discord. I'll open it for chat right now.
Here, let me send you some good ones, and then you can kind of argue your points, Destiny.
Wait, do you believe in the moon landing?
Fuck no.
Wait, what about the other planets in the solar system?
Yeah, planets are wandering stars, right? If you look
they're smaller.
So wait, my dad worked for NASA and worked on Apollo. Is he part of this conspiracy or what?
No, your dad is too low level to be a part of this conspiracy, so he's just working. And a lot of people on NASA do believe it. Like they just do all the work. Like they're not.
I've seen Saturn with a telescope. Like I've seen actual.
I've seen it. Yeah. These are just celestial bodies. Like, do you believe this picture of the sun is computer generated?
Why do you think they'd fake it?
Sedru, I see one donut.
I mean, the motivation would be like to make $100 billion in tax revenue. They can kind of keep everyone in an atheist consumer mindset. So then people always need to buy more iPhones and MacBooks. They're never really happy. It's a lot easier to control someone who has their will is broken, right? And an atheist, pretty much.
Wait, their will is broken because we landed on the moon?
Okay, so I'm gonna show these pictures. Okay.
Atheists.
So this is you thinking that. So this is you proving that Earth is flat.
No, this is just kind of to wrap your head around what we believe in, because it's not a disc flying through space. Like space is fake. Space is all computer generated.
Wait, do you believe in Nibiru?
Oh.
Wait, space is fake?
I mean, if you look at the Tesla thing, does that look real to you?
Wait, I have a question. Wait, how long have you thought computers have existed?
I'm not sure. But you believe
because if it was all generated by technology, but that technology has only existed for the last 40-something years.
Yeah, no.
The easiest way to attack this conspiracy theory is to discuss the moon landings, because the technology to fake those moon landings absolutely did not exist.
Actually, and that's my question to you. In 1969, before even like a Nokia phone or an iPhone or anything, you believe that they went to the moon, which is 200,000 miles away.
Okay. The problem is that like you don't understand the sophistication of the technologies being used. Like you look at a cell phone and you
in 1969.
Yeah, so you look at a cell phone and you look at it being used and you think like, wow, this thing is like so simple. And then you look at a missile and you're like, oh my God, wow, like that's so complicated. But in reality, it's the exact opposite. Like the designing of like a microprocessor is an incredibly fucking complicated process, but filling a rocket, putting a guiding computer on it, and, sending it off to some other land is not necessarily the most complicated thing in the world. We've been doing it for a long time.
Here's what I'd want Train to show: a clip of Richard Nixon talking to the astronauts from the White House on a telephone.
Okay, link it.
I'll link it, and I just want to see if everyone can look me in the eye and say that that's an authentic call.
Okay, link it right now and I'll play it.
Nixon. So
I just want to say, if this is
minute.
about to be like, if this is about to be like a gnome, you're like the
It's
literal
not a
best
gnome.
troll I've ever seen. Okay.
He believes it, unfortunately.
No. There's a reason why Flat Earth blew up in 2014. It was a leak from the dark web.
It's playing right now. Give me a second.
Hello, Neil and Buzz. I'm talking to you by telephone from the Oval Room at the White House. And this certainly has to be the most historic telephone call ever made from the White House. I just can't tell you how proud we all are of what you have done. For every American, this has to be the proudest day of our lives. And for people all over the world, I am sure that they too join with Americans in recognizing what an immense feat this is. Because of what you have done, the heavens have become a part of man's world. And as you talk to us from the sea of tranquility, it inspires us to redouble our efforts to bring peace and tranquility to Earth. For one priceless moment in the whole history of man, all the people, and I look for...
Okay. 1969 AT&T.
Splashdown should be on Thursday.
I mean, like, guys, there's no way you guys believe a landline-based telephone can even work with, no matter what technology in 1969. The moon is 240,000 miles away. So, Destiny, you're going to have to, I don't know what you're going to say, bro.
What, the math? It's like 1.5 light seconds away. I mean, light travels pretty fast. What do you mean?
All right, so you're saying that the telephone technology was up to par back then?
All we need is a satellite to bounce to work as a relay for the signal. Yeah, it's not hard.
I can ask you a satellite question, please.
I mean, I guess, but like, notice how the onus is on me to prove all these questions. When I shut down your thing from one to the other, you just have to bounce to some other like bullshit claim. Like that's what you're doing. I mean, I can try. I'm not going to be able to answer every question because you need like a literal physics PhD to like disprove this conspiracy theory. But go for it.
I just find it weird that you believe in satellites. If you Google satellites, 90% of the pictures are computer generated.
Okay, hold on. Wait, right now. Okay. So remember I mentioned that my dad worked for NASA?
Yes.
So I've seen a satellite. I've been to the Boeing facility and I physically saw the satellite. It's about half the size of like a football field. I physically saw this with my own eyes. So am I a liar? Am I part of the Illuminati or what's up?
No, you're just a dumbass. Like you got fooled.
Okay, so in the Boeing facility that wasn't a satellite?
You got to remember, $100 million to make one satellite. Remember, you lose connection.
It was $1 billion.
Okay, even better. They're ripping you off. You're pretty much. If satellites existed, there's never been footage of them colliding with each other, and there's
space is huge. They're not going to collide with each other.
No, it's not space. They're around Earth's pole, right? They're in low Earth orbit. So what I'm saying,
not all of them are, and even low Earth orbit is a huge place, my dude.
Okay. Anyways, so if satellites are real, my good friend, I'm gonna ask you now, Destiny. Why is 97% of Earth Wi-Fi done through underground sea cable and weather balloon?
Because connecting things via Ethernet, it gives you a more reliable connection with higher bandwidth than satellites do.
Right. Next question. Why do you lose?
Wait, I just like smashed your answer. Then you just move on to the next conspiracy theory.
No. I can't believe you think you're winning this, but how come you lose? How come you lose connection in the mountains?
Because not every area has satellite coverage. It's not economically viable to do so. They don't want to cover every single square inch of the planet because you don't want to pay that much money for shit that's not being used.
Beautiful, Destiny. Next question. Why did Google Earth use a Google plane to take pictures and not the satellites?
Because there might not be good satellite coverage in every area, or they might not have access to every single satellite.
I want to know what I
saw. Okay. Do you believe that what satellites are made of can even withstand the vacuum of space and all the temperature fluctuations?
First of all, there's not a lot of temperature fluctuations. The only difficulty is getting rid of heat. Secondly, withstand a no-pressure environment. What do you mean? What does that even mean?
All right.
Wait. I want to see what I want to go back to what I saw. So what did I see? Is it the lizard people? Because I swear to God, I might be an idiot, but I'm pretty sure I saw a satellite.
You're actually an idiot.
Okay, so we had a big lab, right? And it was like there was lots of those. It was we went in, we had to wear these silly hats, and we put them on, and so that our hair doesn't fall anywhere, right? And then we had to walk in, and then like right there, it's like a really big thing, and it looked like.
Hold on, before you embarrass yourself further, do you mind if I just talk to Destiny?
Yeah, I'm sorry. I just no problem.
Go ahead,
yeah.
Destiny. I just got a quick question for you. Isn't it a logical fallacy to say inside of a vacuum you can have a pressurized system like Earth, but the definition of a vacuum is no atmosphere?
You can literally run this experiment right now. You could get a little glass thing, you could put it over a vacuum, you could suck all the air out, and you could inject more atmosphere in. We manipulate pressures all the time. What do you mean?
Okay, what about, can we go to the Mars rover? You believe that, right?
Okay, I mean, we can keep hopping around until I can't answer one of your questions. I mean...
No, you're doing great. You're answering all of them.
Okay.
Okay, Mars rover. You believe in the Mars rover, right?
Yeah, I sure do.
And you believe that there's technology to send... we lose Wi-Fi here in the city, but would you believe that NASA has a special Wi-Fi that can transmit 200 million miles away images?
Sure,
Really?
the bandwidth to that is much lower, and it's highly directional. So, I mean, like, we have directional internet technology on Earth. For instance, if you want, you can transmit internet using microwaves. Some people in like really remote areas do that as a means of transmitting internet in places where it's not otherwise available. But sure, go for it.
Yeah. How come a compass only works on a flat Earth scale?
Compass doesn't. A compass works anywhere on a spherical Earth. What do you mean?
I mean, there's only one magnetic north. There is no South Pole on a compass. You do know that, right?
Well, why would they put the south if they only need an arrow pointing north? That's like saying that 7:30 doesn't exist because there's only 7 and 8 on the clock. What do you mean?
Destiny, do you agree that a compass only works on a flat Earth?
No, of course not.
Oh, really?
Compass will work in any area where a magnetic field is present. So on any planet that has a magnetic field, so like Venus or Earth.
So Destiny, my version is magnetic north would be the middle, the north, right? 4 points of south, and you circumnavigate east to west just like Columbus. Where's the South Pole in your compass?
Probably on what we've designated as the bottom of the planet. I mean, I feel like it's a pretty obvious. Is this a trick question? Like, what do you mean?
Do you think I'm trolling right now? Like, the only way you guys explain on the heliocentric model is that the poles are changing, right?
What? What are you talking about?
The magnetic poles are changing in your model, correct?
No, they're not. The North Pole is always what we've designated as the top of the planet, and the South Pole is on the bottom of the planet.
Okay, I don't know if you're not. Are you trolling me? You can Google this, but that's the only way you guys can explain how the compass works. Like, I don't know if you're trolling me.
I just want to know what I saw.
All right, can we go? Hey, Train, do you mind pulling up the United Nations flag just to show the flat Earth map?
United Nations flag.
Thank you. And the Meteorological Association also has the same flag.
Oh, wow. What the fuck?
John, when did you start doing research on
That's some Illuminati shit right there, dude. That's actually some Illuminati shit. That's literally...
Wait, pull it up.
Hey, Zherka?
So, holy shit.
What do you think about the Masons? What do you think about the Masons?
Well, Buzz Aldrin, Neil Armstrong, they're proud to be Freemasons. They wear the ring and stuff. I do believe that, like, think about the Federal Reserve now. It's not government regulated. I believe in shadow government. There are people way stronger than countries.
Can I ask some questions?
Yeah,
I'm really curious. How did they fake the moon landing?
The same way they do Hollywood movies in the 1960s. If you think about it, if you look at 1960s moon landing, it looks like 60s movies. And
okay, how do you explain the fact that they were in a low gravity environment?
What do you mean?
How do you explain the fact that they were in an environment where things seem to be lower gravity?
Special effects, you mean?
What kind of special effects when no digital technology existed yet? What do you mean?
No, like
I think they use wires.
Like a wire and a harness.
There's what you can't see any of the video, can you?
Here, I'll
the background's black.
I'll link you the video. I'd love Train. This might trigger Destiny, but
Taybor's on it too.
Train.
I just know their arguments.
Okay.
Click that, Train. Show your podcast. We'll all mute our stuff and watch like first 2 minutes.
Okay.
And Destiny, this is where it gets bad. I'm sorry.
Oh man. Okay, so the first 2 minutes.
Well, you can skip through it however you like, but whatever interests you. Just watch the beginning first.
Dude, Trent is loving this.
Dude, I love this. This is so fun.
It's a conspiracy guy.
You see
John, I want
so
you
fun.
on my Conspiracy Theory Thursday show.
Well, I'm not trying to die.
Okay. Are we ready?
Yeah.
Okay, so I'll just skip through it. Okay, here we go.
Well, watch from the beginning first.
Yeah.
Why haven't the lizard people taken you out yet?
I didn't say anything. Hey, hold on. You keep mentioning lizard people. I don't. You're a fucking idiot.
Guys, it's playing. Here we go.
I just want to know why they haven't got you yet.
Oh, sorry.
What about the Greys?
Hold on, it's playing, guys. It's playing. Here we go.
Okay, sorry.
Vibrations of any sort. There's a picture of the INSAT actually being deployed from the spacecraft. You can see that the deploy went very smoothly. At the moment of deploy...
What is that?
Vibrations of any sort. There's a picture of the insect actually being...
The hell is that, dude?
That's the Grays.
That looks like something from Pan's Labyrinth.
You can see that the deploy went very smoothly.
We're watching the whole thing.
There's no, we're not watching the whole thing, dude.
I mean, like, if you're actually interested, I guess, like I said, the easiest way to attack this is the moon landings. Like, the technology just didn't exist at the time to fake these. It's absolutely impossible. Like, the amount of assumptions that you would have to make in order, what?
This one's perfect because it's actually like in that time. It's that quality real quick. So let's watch this one and then we'll close it, okay? This is actually in that quality. Here we go.
Wait, what do you mean by that quality?
In the shitty quality of the old days.
You're floating.
What was the guy that showed up in the...
Wait, just dash ahead a bit to the wires part.
The wires, where's that?
Just skip ahead, like you can skip 3 seconds at a time. It's a short video.
Crew went through the...
Yeah, go there, go back. Train, for
yeah,
fuck's
I
sake.
see.
No, you're going way too far back. Go. Yeah, right there. Click.
These are things.
Yeah, so this is the stop motion that Destiny believes in. Omega
have
Law.
a checklist on how you kill your best
And
friend.
that helmet swivels on an airlock. That's what's really
floats
weird.
in space. Glove.
But I
drifts out of
mean,
the
hey, you
capsule.
guys are grown-ass people who believe in this shit.
Do you believe in the
I don't even know
Grays?
whose glove it was. I don't know whether it was
No,
his or
bro,
mine.
you're a fucking idiot.
I'm just wondering why they haven't got you yet.
Wait, I've never seen this
Hold
footage
on.
before.
What?
Did you say this is a real?
If I told, what's your name? Is it Devin?
Still overpowered.
Yes, sir.
Devin, I don't want to embarrass you, but a flat
one
earther,
that's
by
been done,
definition, who doesn't believe in
we
other
did it.
planets, will never believe in
blew me
aliens.
away.
You're an idiot.
What if there are aliens on the flat Earth?
I have.
Oh, you see that? There's like a stop motion.
Train,
You see that? The
no.
arm. Holy shit, guys!
my
Chat, don't you
God.
see it too?
In a
Yeah,
time when we have people dying of measles in the United
Holy
States, fucking
shit!
people are too stupid to vaccinate their
Yeah,
fucking
but
kids. We
NASA
ironically have people
Hey,
who
wait,
believe in
keep-
flat Earth here.
The astronauts'
NASA was started by
helmets
25
they're
Nazis,
fixed to
Operation
an airtight
Paperclip. What do you have to
ring
say about that?
which is sewn to nearly a quarter.
Wait,
What?
do you believe in vaccines?
No, I'm asking you guys about the Nazis that started NASA. Do you believe in that?
Unexpected and unwelcome.
I actually think there's some truth in that, isn't it? Like, so, like NASA.
Well, I mean, we
actually-
took some of their scientists.
Yeah,
for sure.
I think that's true.
Constantly
Yeah.
back.
Yeah,
That's
that's
funny.
not even a question.
It's funny how like you guys don't bother googling it.
The thing is that the physics involved to explain all of these things is so complicated that Googling it like isn't good
No,
enough.
no,
Like,
no. Destiny, is it true that 25 Nazis and Walt Disney started NASA?
I don't know if it's true or not, but who the fuck cares? That has
Why
nothing
don't-
to do with anything.
No, no.
Why would the founders of an organization designate whether or not the Earth is fucking flat?
I mean, I didn't say that. I'm asking you, if you Wikipedia this, would you find out that NASA was started by 25 Nazis and Walt Disney?
Is Walt Disney frozen?
Like nobody wants to answer.
You know the conspiracy theory with,
I
with
just
that
don't-
is
I
that
don't-
they created the movie Frozen to bury all the search results on Google that Walt Disney, because when you type in Disney Frozen, it shows up the Elsa movie.
No, I wonder how Destiny on every debate has a computer tab open, but today he doesn't open any tabs.
What? Because I've already looked into this dumb shit. There's no point in doing it. There's no possible way. The technology to fake the moon landing didn't exist. It's the easiest debunk. There's no answer to any of the questions. There's like fucking dozens of hours of footage that was all aired continuously of the fucking astronauts bouncing around on the fucking moon. There's not a speck of dust on any of the fucking footage, which would be impossible to do for dozens of hours of fucking film. There's no way to explain the low gravity environment. You can't fucking overcrank film that far into the past because there aren't reels of film that can hold fucking 10 hours of fucking film. Like there's no possible way the technology just didn't exist.
Okay, my turn now. So if there was 1/6 Earth's gravity, wouldn't the astronauts not be going in slow-mo? Wouldn't they be going a lot faster?
No. Wait. Why do you laugh? How do you think gravity works?
Checkmate.
Checkmate. You're done.
Okay.
Oh, he's done, dude. Got him.
Destiny, how much would you weigh at 1/6 Earth's gravity?
Whatever my weight is
1/6
times
of
1 divided by 6. What do you mean?
Yeah, Destiny, would you be lighter or heavier?
I would be lighter.
So you'd be faster.
No, it would take me longer to fall to the Earth because we measure gravitational pull in terms of
No. I'm talking about Neil Armstrong would be moving a lot faster.
It takes you longer to go up and down because it takes you longer
Destiny,
to come back to the Earth.
what is
Do you
Neil?
recognize that? Do you recognize that it would take you longer to come back to the Earth? They're in these bulky ass fucking EVA suits. Like, what the fuck? Like, these things are whatever they would have been called back then. Like, they're not going to be like nimbly like jumping around like fucking athletes. And they do bounce around like pretty quickly. Like, if you see them, it's not like they're all just walking like fucking zombie men. If you watch the actual footage, besides the 12-second highlights that are shown on whatever fucking conspiracy video you have.
Right. And what is Neil A spelled backwards? Like Neil Armstrong.
Oh shit, that's the killer one. I didn't think of that. My bad. You got me.
Wait, what is this spelled backwards?
Probably fucking Hail Hitler or some shit.
It spells alien.
Wait, hold on.
Neil Armstrong.
Oh my God! Wait, hold on. Neil.
Come on, you guys.
Hey, alien! Holy shit!
I knew it.
Wait, John, you don't.
So it's the Greys.
Yeah, I mean, like, yo, think about this. You guys laugh at me for being a flat earther. I laugh at you guys for believing in aliens.
Yeah, I know. You laugh at me for being different. I laugh at you for being all the same. We got it. I remember that from Hot Topic too.
Hold on. Do you believe in aliens, Destiny?
No.
Why not? I thought there's infinite planets out there.
Yeah, there might be, but we don't seem to have evidence that any exist in our neighborhood.
Alien.
Wait, so you do believe in the Greys?
What? Devin, you might be the dumbest guy I've ever met on Twitch.
What are the chances of that?
Wait, John Zherka, do you believe in vaccines? Do you believe in vaccines?
What are the chances of that?
John Zherka, do you believe in vaccines?
Yeah, I do. I took them, but sometimes I think, you know how people are afraid of the mercury content in tuna? I'm wondering why some of those needles are so mercury filled. And Ben Carson, who's a brain surgeon, is against giving his own kids needles.
Okay, so you are anti-vax, gotcha. I don't know why you lie about it. I don't know why you would just lie about it to me. Like, just fucking say it.
I'm just saying that, like, the government is on record of when they wanted to ban alcohol, they poisoned the alcohol supply, and 300,000 people were killed from it. You can Google it, but you don't open tabs because you don't want to get embarrassed.
Dog, Ben Carson is in on it, dude. He's part of the Greys.
No, Destiny. I want to. Do you know what I'm talking about by banning alcohol when they poisoned the alcohol supply?
I sure don't.
Why don't you Google it? Or you don't want to. You don't want this.
I'm too scared of the truth, my dude.
Well, okay, but I'm saying, Destiny, your whole life is based on these debates while you have 30 tabs open. But with me, you won't even try one tab because you know you're going to get clipped.
What would it take you to be convinced that flat Earth isn't real?
Curvature formula, 8 inches per mile square. You should be able to see a lot of curvature at 60,000.
So the only way you'd be convinced is if you actually got flown into outer space. That's the bar.
No. It would have to be a
galactic coming soon.
It would have to be like NASA says you can see curve at 8 inches per mile square is 60,000 feet. Weather balloons go 120,000 feet, measures 0 curve. So
but when people show you curvature from shit like that, you always say that the photos are doctored. Like we've got photos from the fucking space station. That's
the thing. When YouTubers do their tests, the Earth is measured motionless plane, just flat. But when we get it from NASA, we get these fisheye lenses. Do you know what that is?
Yeah, I know what that is.
Okay, and do you ever wonder?
I have a question for Steven, because I don't know the actual studies, but isn't the whole moon landing thing not the easiest way to disprove flat Earth? Aren't there just like a simple science experiments?
There's no simple way to do it because anything regarding science experiments, like physics, you can explain away. It takes a really complicated understanding of physics to be able to like hand wave the flat Earth shit. That's why conspiracy is so successful.
I'm wondering why Admiral Byrd, the first person to travel to explore Antarctica, it's on YouTube, the clip. He's doing an interview right before he died, and if you see the photo, it's in front of our flat Earth map. The military uses flat Earth maps to bomb places. I mean, like, there's no corner you're gonna win this debate, Destiny. Not one corner.
John, when did you have your epiphany like that? Like the Earth is flat. Like when did you start doing research?
When I found out every weather balloon that's amateurly done at 120,000 feet is flat, and then I went to NASA.gov.
And they say that way under you can see a curve. So I'm like, man, the only time now it's starting to make sense why Universal Studios and every Hollywood production film starts with the globe. They want to put that globe.
You think they lie about the curvature for money?
Wait, real quick.
Well, if you think about it,
John, real quick. I want to interrupt here. This donator brought up a really good point. Get Booped donates $5 and says, Destiny thinks it's impossible to fake the moon landing during a time where we were technologically advanced enough to supposedly land on the moon.
Yeah, he's an idiot.
Again, like that sounds like a good point because the guy's ignorant about the complexity of the technology available at the time. Like landing on the moon is essentially like a slightly more complicated version of guiding a missile. But again, we look at something like a missile and we think, wow, that's really, really complicated. And you look at something like a cell phone, you're like, 14 nanometer architecture? What does that mean? LOL. When in reality, that's like where the real technological achievements have been. Like, but I mean, if you don't understand any of the science involved or any of the engineering involved, like I don't know.
Destiny, wouldn't you agree that like back in the old days we weren't allowed to question the priest class, and now you're not allowed to question the guys in the lab coats?
You can question it all you want. Go into a laboratory and prove your shit. It's interesting that nobody's done any peer-reviewed research on this. Oh wait, all the educational institutions are controlled by the fucking government or whatever.
Train. I want you to go on Google and search up rocket trajectory. Rocket trajectory photos. They all arch. They all curve. None of them go straight up.
I love listening to this, and I want you to keep going because it's intriguing to me. But
wait, the rocket trajectory is of course
but I have to say this. I want to hear Destiny. Wait. I have to say this real quick. I agree with Destiny. I do not think the Earth is flat. I just want to make that very fucking clear. Okay, but continue.
The Earth is flat as shit.
Right. So you can just show photos as I talk. We do it like a PowerPoint. But in Destiny's model, where the Earth, 6 scientific experiments to prove the Earth is in motion have all failed. If you look at star trails, can you just search up star trails on Google? I want to see what that looked like.
Star trails.
Here, here, use the picture I sent you.
Okay, sure. Let me get some appropriate music for this real quick. This is perfect appropriate music.
John, are you religious?
I'm spiritual with God, but I smoke, I drink. I'm not that religious.
Okay, let me show this picture, John. Holy shit! So star trails that you linked. I have the music perfect right now. Holy shit! Here we go. Let's check the star trails out.
So that picture I showed is Polaris. The North Star does not move, and in Destiny's model, you're flying through space for thousands of years. That North Star has not moved.
Polaris doesn't move because
hold on, hang on, Destiny. I'm bodying. Let me body you politely, please. I don't want to yell.
Where are you from, Zherka?
If you can see, I'm from your mama's house. If you can see the if you can see the star trails, they never intersect. They make perfect clockwise circles. They never intersect, even though we're flying through space and stuff. Whatever.
You wouldn't expect them to intersect. They're far away. You can like math it all out. This would never be a thing that would happen.
Right. The light year. I know. You're gonna go there.
Holy shit!
So
explain this picture, Zherka. This star, they never intersect.
Yeah. So where's Polaris there, Train? Where's North Star?
Listen, you're asking the wrong guy. Okay.
Come on.
In the middle.
Where? Let me see the mouse.
Okay, right here. This one right here.
Has he got it? Yeah. Right, that nipple, right? So what I'm trying to say is, for thousands of years, sailors used that to guide through the oceans. If you look at the flat Earth map, can I just give you the flat Earth map? Just look how it works on a compass.
Give it to us. And then here's the rocket trajectory, by the way. Guys, here's the rocket trajectory. He's saying it comes off the ground and it goes straight flat. There's no curvature at the end. It just keeps going straight. That's correct, right?
It doesn't go straight. It curves because it's actually leaving it's not leaving low Earth orbit. All trajectory is, if it was going out in outer space, it would go straight up. You guys.
No, that's not true. The Earth is spinning underneath the rocket. Of course it curves.
Okay, open up the next one, Train. I'll show you.
I like how he just has no answer for it. Okay.
No, because Destiny, that's the first thing I said to the flat earthers. I tried to debate them for 3 months. I started getting bodied just like you're getting bodied right here.
I'm getting bodied when you ignore it every time I bring up a point that you don't understand, and then you just bring up another dumb question. How was I getting bodied?
It's just cute that you think water always seeks its level.
John, how do you explain like flight pathing and shit like that?
Yeah.
Do you believe in chemtrails?
Okay, so what is this? This new standard map. Explain this.
Right. So if you look at it's scientifically as is. This is not that old of a map now. If you look at the 4 points of south, where is Antarctica on this map? The most militarized zone on Earth, by the only treaty not broken. Where is Antarctica, Train?
I don't know. Up here? Is this Antarctica?
Wouldn't it be the highest shoreline on Earth, the continent that keeps the waters in, the ice wall?
Is this Antarctica or is this Alaska, dude? I have
No,
idea.
are you fucking dumb, bro? It's the
Wait,
look at the
do
wall
you believe in
around.
global warming? Because if the ice wall melts, then all the water goes out, and then we're dead, right?
Yeah, but if you look at global warming, banks do not invest seafront property in Miami, right? 40 years from now, they would never invest or give any of these loans out if they thought that the sea level is rising. Banks don't believe in global warming. Only you, because you're broke, you're a part of the broke class, believes that. But that's another topic. What I'm trying to say is, like, there's no way you guys are gonna win this debate. There's no way.
People, streamers and chat have been warning me about what Twitch is gonna do to me and my IQ and how wholesome I am, but
it's all true.
This is nuts, dude.
Wait, this isn't even Twitch chat. This is like standard dipshit conspiracy theory shit. Like Scientologists will give you their own shit.
Wait, Train. This is the photo that you should show your chat. I want to see that Destiny. It seems like North America grows in size over the years. Like, which of these photos is authentic?
Okay.
All of them.
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay.
I want to know, Destiny, which one? These are all NASA photos. Which of these photos is Earth, Destiny?
All of them are? What do you mean?
You're saying all of them are?
Yeah, I think that's what I just said, didn't I?
I have another question.
So hold on. To you guys, these are pictures. They're not composites because NASA admits they're composites.
Wait, then why? Then what are you asking?
Yeah,
I'm asking. Do you guys believe that's a real photo, like taken from space?
I mean, if you just said they're composites, then I mean, there's been some digital processing or whatever, right?
So if it wasn't for John Zherka, you'd always think that's a real photo.
I don't know what you're asking me. Like, what do you mean?
Okay,
like, are you trying to like? That's like I show you a
Yeah.
picture of a girl from Instagram. Like, do you think this is a real photo? I'm like, yeah. You know,
Okay, so
well, actually, no. She used an Instagram filter to. Oh, okay. I didn't know that's what you're fucking asking. I don't know if these are fucking composites or not. I didn't know there was a question. I thought you were asking if it's a photo.
And the last video, Train, that's 3 minutes. You're all gonna watch this and you're all gonna feel stupid.
Answer this. How?
Yes.
Wait. Why don't we fall off the edge of the Earth?
We don't know what's at the edge of the
I just showed you the highest shoreline. The highest shoreline on Earth is the.
Wait, I have a genuine
Antarctic.
question again. Sorry, I'm trying to learn.
I know, but I don't want to embarrass you. Like, let me talk.
No, it's okay. I can be embarrassed. I just want to learn.
Well,
okay,
yeah,
so
no, listen. If you truly believe, if you truly know that the Earth is flat, you will let Devin ask his question. You'll answer.
Yeah.
That's how it works.
Okay, but he's gonna. No offense, Devin. If you bring up like aliens, I don't believe in aliens.
No aliens. No, I'm not. I promise no more aliens. Okay?
I don't believe in aliens, or you believe in like ET and shit. No, that's childish.
Okay, no more aliens. I got it, dude. No more aliens. Okay, I'm sorry. I'm just trying to learn. Okay, it's okay. You can embarrass me. You can body me. It's all right. I'm totally okay.
Okay, but you'll get clipped.
I know, dude. I'm ready. All right.
Okay.
So I flew from LAX to Korea, and then from Korea to France.
Yeah, and you saw the curve. You saw the curve of the Earth, right?
I don't know. I flew around.
Oh, now you didn't.
Earth, right? So what happened there?
Right. So just like I said 4 times, circumnavigating east to west. Can you go round on a plate?
Can you go around?
You don't want to. You never want to follow the track.
Devin. No, don't say that. Don't say
it's
that.
okay. It's Destiny.
Devin, can you go round a plate?
Can I go around a plate?
Can you go around on a plate? Come on, man.
I don't understand.
On a let's say it's a flat plate. Can you go around the plate?
What he's saying is that when you're traveling around a sphere, it would be like taking your finger, placing it on the edge of the rim of a plate, and then running it around the plate. That's what's actually happening when you're circumnavigating.
This is why I only talk to Destiny, because Devin, you're being clipped right now.
No, but the problem is that everything is going to be, if you accept some of the basic premises, then they're going to have self-justifying ways for everything. Like, you have to imagine that at one point in time, the entire scientific community had math equations that proved that the Earth was the center of the universe, right? Like, if you're going to accept some things as being true and ignore observation, you can make equations that will justify anything internally. So you can't ever fall into the trap of asking a conspiracy theorist questions about his model. He will happily answer every question you throw at him. He's probably they have an answer for why are there different phases of the moon? Well, why is there a sunset? And why are there time zones? Well, it's because the sun moves around the top of the Earth, and that's what causes like time zones and shit.
Do you mind hey, Train, do you mind if I ask Destiny about the moon real quick?
You go for it.
All right. You say it's a terrestrial plane where you can land. You guys believe in this? I'm gonna ask you about the moon, Destiny. When you measure moonlight, the shadow that it casts the moonlight is colder than the shadow it casts, proving it's its own light source, not reflecting the sun.
I'm pretty sure that's not true. I'm pretty sure that's just like blatantly not true.
So Destiny, look at the camera and say John is lying about the moonlight being colder than the shade it
When you
casts.
say colder, what do you mean by colder? What do you mean by colder?
Like degrees colder.
You're talking about like the actual temperature of the light?
Yeah.
Okay, what does that have to do with anything?
No, it proves its own light source.
Real quick, explain this to now. I have a question, okay? Explain
And
why.
wait, real quick.
Yeah,
During an eclipse, do you guys know what a red moon is, right? If it's during an eclipse, right? When it's a full red moon, shadows by definition have no hue, so they can't be any color like red. It proves it's its own light source. Like, I can go on all day about the moon. I'd love to go to the sun though, but my favorite thing, Train, if you watch that 3-minute clip, that whole chat is going to be on my side. I dare you.
What about lunar eclipses?
I just explained it.
How can they only be seen from parts of the world if the Earth is flat when it's happening?
We believe in the yin yang, so the moon and the sun are moving.
Explain night and day.
Yeah, night and day. So it's just like the sun will circumnavigate. Do you know why the sun looks like it's getting bigger? It's just leaving perspective.
So the sun and the moon. So is the Earth in the center of the sun and the moon? Are you
Yeah, the sun would be a lot smaller.
Do you believe in helio or geocentric systems?
There is no geo or heliocentric. There is no outer space, right?
Yeah, basically, the sun would be a lot smaller in our model. A lot smaller. We don't revolve around it. You guys are sun worshippers. You believe you're going around the sun, right? It was actually started by
I worship the sun every morning.
Yeah, you do. That's why you're an atheist. But that's what I'm saying. I nailed it. I don't even know you, and I already know you. Because I can feel an atheist. You know, I can feel.
Dude, holy shit!
I used to be you, bro. I used to walk around life like aimlessly, and
I do walk around life. Yeah.
But
man.
I'm gonna bring you closer to God. What I'm trying to say, Train.
Hail Satan.
Train. I really want you to.
Hail Satan. Your God ain't shit, you fucking bitch.
Train. I really want you to play that 3-minute clip.
Okay.
In the Discord, and I've got to see you guys' reaction.
There's actually people that are upset, thinking that we're platforming irresponsibly and giving misinformation to the world. I'm actually confused that.
Well, because there are going to be people that listen to this that find this convincing, because the conspiracy theories often are convincing.
Well,
there are definitely people in this chat right now that are going to go look up flat Earth stuff because they do think that he's putting forth a good argument, and because they're more prone to these types of fallacious arguments, they will believe it after this. Like that.
Yeah,
what's fallacious about 8 inches?
Hold on. What's fallacious about 8 inches per mile square? The curvature formula, the scientific method is on our side. There. Why don't you? Are you
8 inches per second squared?
No, 8 inches per mile distance.
Oh, you're the bullshit. Like you can't see the curvature of the Earth or whatever.
Is that bullshit?
Yeah.
What do you mean? Yeah.
Just what I said.
What do you, Destiny? Can you see the curve at 60,000 feet in altitude?
Oh my God!
I mean,
Destiny
we can
is
go and
right.
look up balloon videos right now, and you can see like balloon videos going to like even 100,000 feet that you can see curvature of the Earth. But you're going to say that any video that shows it is using a fisheye lens. There's always going to have a defeater for any point I bring up. It's either going to be a conspiracy theory, like for instance, the ISS videos are all fake. It's going to be government backed, or it's going to be using some other type of lens, or there's going to be an there's always an escape.
I'm really curious, Destiny, why there's so many airplane pilots and engineers on my side.
Can you do me? Okay, Train. Listen, I love you, Train. Remember how I ban all the hate threads and shit? Because I love you so much. And we love each other.
I want to bring Skylius on here. Skylius knows what she's talking about, dude.
No, wait. Can we just can we have 6.5 minutes to just watch a video?
No, wait. Train. Last video. Just watch that.
Because we watched like 50 million things in Zherka.
Link the video, Destiny. Yes. Okay. Here's what I'll do.
Let Zherka do his last fucking thing, and then
Okay. So Destiny. So you want me to watch Zherka's last 3 minutes, and then I'll play your 6 minutes.
Yes, I'm done about flat Earth, guys. Go back to living like atheists.
That's fair.
Damn, bro, the Earth's really flat. Shit, crazy.
The technology of golden foil and Scotch tape has been lost to humanity, and this is why we can no longer go to the moon. According to Don Pettit, famous International Space Station astronaut, famously known for his didgeridoo renditions upon the International Space Station, recently came out and said that the technology for a trip to the moon was destroyed, and it would be too painful to try to rebuild it. So instead, we should circumvent the moon and just go to Mars. But then he doubles back, says some other stuff. This clip that's coming up, listen to what astronaut Pettit says.
I'd go to the moon in a nanosecond. The problem is we don't have the technology to do that anymore. We used to, but we destroyed that technology, and it's a painful process to build it back again. But going to Mars should be one of the next series of steps that humans do. The first step should be going back to the moon for a number of technical reasons and exploration reasons, and then after that, Mars, maybe high orbit in Venus atmosphere, maybe going to Europa. There's all kinds of targets to go to, places of interest in our solar system. The only limit to human future is in our own imaginations.
So now it comes out, according to Don Pettit, we destroyed the technology. It would be too painful to build it back. Well, we may have destroyed the hardware, but how do you destroy technology? We're 50 years advanced in technology from then. It should be easy to make a Saturn V rocket. It should be easy to build a lunar lander. It should be incredibly simple to make a moon buggy, but yet we don't. And there's a very...
I'm gonna be real with you. This guy sounds like he's like under a bunker. His parents are like brother and sister, and he's fucking like stockpiling guns with fucking supplies of food, preparing for a war that hasn't started of the end. And he's sitting here talking with his helmet like coming below, and he has to constantly keep pushing it back up. Like that's what it sounds like to me. Like it's just like
simple reason why we don't, and that is because we never went to the moon. We can't go to the moon. The moon is a light in the sky, and NASA knows it. They've been stealing our money for decades. They want to keep stealing our money, and so long as we let goons like Didgeridoo here double talk us into believing that we can go to Mars, but we can't go back to the moon, is just crazy. People need to understand that we are in a world of liars, and it's all about money. They want the money. They can't steal your money if they don't give you a good story. And the space fantasy story is the
kind of like how you're doing right now. You're feeding us a story to make money for the truth. Like it's like it's just
one that has made them the most money from the very beginning. It's the best scam they've ever come up with. Makes the lottery look like grandma's bingo game.
Wait, Train, can you go back to the the cameras first?
Yeah, we're here.
Look.
Holy shit, dude.
I fucking did it, dude. I got it. Dude, wow. Zherka's right.
That's real though, right?
Holy shit. Yeah.
That's real?
How long it took you to get there?
Right now, if you're in a vacuum, you wouldn't be able to talk.
Oh, shit, that's true. Okay, well, I'm still... Well, wait. NASA had like years to figure out how to do this. I'm working on it, okay?
You're supposed to be choking. No, joking.
Zherka, you fucking... God.
Wouldn't it be funny if I was just a really highly educated troll?
I really think that you are. No? Okay. Sorry.
Yeah. This is Destiny's video. Destiny.
Wait, just put it on times 2. Put it on times 2 to get through it, okay?
Okay.
Wouldn't it be easier to shoot this on film? I mean, in 1969, we already knew how to overcrank film. For Apollo 11, we only need to shoot 30 FPS and play it back at 10. Okay, let's try that. I'd recommend you shoot on 35mm to minimize the film grain. That's what Kubrick would have done. Now let's see. Normal 35mm runs at 90 feet per minute, but since we're shooting at 30 FPS, it'll be 112.5 feet per minute. We need 47 minutes of original film, so that's about 5,300 feet. And of course, there's no such thing as a film magazine that big. Volkswagen. But if you shoot 1,000-foot loads, that's about that big, then you can do it in 5 megs. Oh wait, I can do this. You don't want to see the splice marks when we put the reels together, because then everybody would know it was a fake. And remember, we're shooting for TV, so it's 1:33 aspect ratio, not 1:85. So that means you have to do A and B rolls. You have to cut the negative into A and B rolls and print them onto a 5,300-foot fine-grained interpositive, and cut an answer print in the film lab. And when you're done, make sure everybody that works in the film lab dies mysteriously in a car crash. Now you just need to find a custom-designed telecine that can transfer your 5,300-foot answer print to video at 10 frames per second. Pin registered, of course. How hard can that be? Of course, you need to be absolutely certain that in all that splicing and printing and transferring, none of the most common film artifacts have gotten onto your giant print. No base scratches, no emulsion flakes, no gate weave, no grain, and not one single fleck of dust, because any one of those things will instantly betray that this is a hoax. Okay, so you do that, and then you do it again for 5 more lunar missions. Only those later missions, you have to play back at 30 FPS, meaning you have to shoot at like 60 FPS, twice the torque, twice as many splices to keep clean, twice as much of a chance that the film's going to break in the camera.
I think we get it now, yeah?
I think maybe it would be easier to just go to the moon. I don't really know if that's possible. Like I said, I wasn't on the moon in 1969, and neither were you. I can tell you that in 1969, it was not possible, technically, to fake what we saw on TV. Sorry, Kubrick or no Kubrick. Why does any of this matter? Well, my concern is with the ultimate fate of knowing, of seeing the difference between what you can know and what you wish for. Because that's what puts the sapiens in Homo sapiens. Without that, you're just another homo. The urge to believe drives people to trade in part of their soul in exchange for the comfort of being a rebel.
What?
Okay. But that step from knowing that you've been lied to believing that everything else is a lie is a big step. Once you're forced to hypothesize whole new technologies to keep your conspiracy possible, then you step over into the realm of magic. It demands a deep and abiding faith in things you can never know. It's like you need to cling to your belief system with all your might against the overwhelming evidence of your own rational mind, and some people do. What's dangerous about that is that it blinds you to the real conspiracies that authorities are perpetrating on you right now. As we speak. Things that are a lot more important than whether some guys went to the moon. I mean, I'm not America, but if I were, I would much rather have you be questioning Apollo 11 and not questioning the Patriot Act, the Iraq War, the financial industry bailouts, and the right to indefinite military detention without charge. Those things are real. Thank you for watching.
For you guys, right?
Zherka, this great motherfucker said belief is the death of intelligence. If you completely believe one thing, you can't become smarter on that topic because you kind of lock it away with a key and throw it away. So don't just 100% subscribe to anything. Keep asking questions. Keep doing research.
No, I did, Andy, for like 7 months, and then when I prayed,
but who cares? 7 months is not enough. We have to ask questions till the day we die, or else we become ignorant and we become closed-minded on topics.
I just find it weird. Like they mentioned Werner von Braun, the man who invented the rocket. His tombstone says, Psalms 19:1 in the Bible, it says the heavens declare the glory of God, and the firmament, which means the dome, right, in the flat earth, the firmament showeth his handiwork. Why would the inventor of the modern rocket put that on their tombstone?
Here's all I got to say to both sides, okay? To the non-flat earthers and the flat earthers, okay? It's this simple. The truth.
The truth will come out, yeah.
No. The truth fears no question.
Yes.
Think about that. Where do we stand? So 8 of us believe the Earth is round, and 1 of us believes the Earth is flat.
2.
So Bruce thinks the Earth is flat. Zherka thinks the Earth is flat. Everyone else thinks the Earth is round. Yes.
Yeah.
Wait, how can I know anything is real after this podcast? I don't know, Train.
True.
How you think we drive Hot Wheels on land?
Like, look, dude, Zherka literally just convinced. Like, I created the moon landing in my studio in like 5 minutes. Now I don't even know what to believe anymore. I don't even know what's possible anymore.